طيب إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. We're going to start دروس المهمة of Shaykh bin Baz, important lessons inshallah. So today inshallah we'll go tafsir, we'll study tafsir of Surah Al-Asr inshallah. As no one will read and then translate. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ فِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Okay, so Allah Azza wa Jal here, وَالْعَصْرِ, by the time, indeed mankind are in loss, except those with Iman, righteous action, and they call one another to the deen, and they call one another to be patient. طيب. Now here Allah Azza wa Jal, He saw by the time, وَالْعَصْرِ, وَالْقَسْمِ. Now you find in the Quran, Allah saw by many things, وَالشَّمْسِ وَاللَّيْلِ وَالْقَمَرِ, many things. Allah saw by the time, also other creations. The reason being is that the ulama says the importance of the creation. So when Allah saw by wal asr, the importance of time. Now wal asr here, so Allah saw by the time because the importance of time, and time is pressure, and time is when time goes, it doesn't come back. So time is very pressure, and so Allah saw by the time wal asr. Now the ulama have differed. Wal asr, is it Salatul Asr or is it the time Allah saw him by? Some of the ulama says that this asr means Salatul Asr. Okay, and Allah saw him by Salatul Asr because the importance of Salatul Asr, and there's many evidences. And in the Quran Allah said, وَحَافِظَ عَلَى الصَّلَوَاتِ وَالصَّلَاةِ الْأُسْطَى, and preserve your prayer and your middle prayer, and middle prayer the Asr, and Hadith Ali, Salatul Usta, Salatul Asr, the middle prayer, the middle Asr prayer. So also in the Hadith Ibn Umar, one Prophet said that whoever missed the Salatul Asr, surely has lost everything, his wealth, his family. Okay, that's how pressure is leaving Salatul Asr. So based on this daleel, they say that Allah saw by the prayer Salatul Asr because the importance of Salatul Asr. That's one of the tafsir. Some says Asr here means time, night and the day. Ibn Abbas said ad-dahr. Okay, it's time. Qatada said Allah saw by the last end of the last hour of the day. Some say the night and the day. Night and the day fall under dahr anyway. So the correct, what is the correct opinion of that? If the correct opinion is that Allah saw by the time, wal asri, qasam. When we have qasam, we have jawab al-qasam, respond to the qasam. And the response to the qasam here is that by the time, that's the qasam, and the response to the qasam is that indeed mankind are in loss. But look how Allah said it. Inna indeed is a letter of emphasize. Indeed mankind, la fi khus. Lam tawqid, emphasizing as well. There are two emphasized here. Indeed, mankind are in loss. Now, al-insan, this alif and lam doesn't mean ta'rif, definite. It means istighraq, means all the mankind are in loss. Some said Allah is referring to mushrikun, the kuffar, they are in loss. But correct opinion is that all mankind are in loss. But we don't know what the loss is. Okay, we don't know what the loss is. Some of the tafsir said, Allah saw by the time, Innal insana lafi khusr. Khusr is Abu Jahl. Okay, illa alladhina amanu. They said Abu Bakr. Wa amil salihat Umar. Wa tawasaw bil haqqi Uthman. Wa tawasaw bil sabr is Ali. The tafsir is there. Shawkan brings that. Some of the tafsir is there. So here Allah Azza wa Jal has promised by the time, and He said, indeed all the mankind is lost. We don't know what the loss is. It doesn't explain it, but loss in the deen, worship, they throw him themselves into sins and shirk and everything. So khusran, yani they clearly gone astray. Indeed, mankind are in loss. Then Allah said, He make exceptional for certain people. For certain people, Allah made exception. So all mankind are in loss, definitely, except illa alladhina amanu, except those who have iman. Now this iman consists of knowledge, because you can't have iman without having knowledge. And in order to keep the iman up straight, you have to have the knowledge of the iman. Study iman, study aqidah. And iman, what is iman? Iman is to believe in the heart, state of the tongue, and action of the limbs. And it increases and decreases. Iman increases and decreases. Some of the says that Ibn Mubarak, iman can increase, can go as high as a mountain. It can decrease until you have no iman. Right? So the definition of iman is to believe in the heart, is state of the tongue, believe in the heart, and action of the limbs. And it increases and it decreases. So here iman include knowledge. Why? Because without knowledge we cannot learn about iman. We cannot understand what iman is. So iman is to believe in Allah Azza wa Jal, and the 6 pillars of iman. Except those who have iman, correct iman, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. But if we think about this verse, عَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, Allah didn't just say وَعَمِلُوا and do action, but He said صالحات, righteous action. Because you have action which are righteous, and we have action which are not righteous. طيب. Surah Mulk, Allah said, الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. The one who created life and death to see who is in best in action. أحسن عمل. Okay? He didn't say أكثر عمل, أحسن. And Fudayl bin Iyad said, he said, أخلصوا وأصوبوا. He's explaining what is أحسن عمل is, good action is. He said, most sincere and most correct. They said, what do you mean? Ya Fudayl bin Iyad. He said, من عمل عملا مخلصا من غير سنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يقبل. Whoever does action sincerely for Allah Azza wa Jal, but it is not from Sunnah, it won't be accepted. من عمل عملا غير مخلص ومن سنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يقبل. If someone does action not sincere from the Sunnah of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, it will not be accepted. حتى يعمل مخلصا ومن سنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, until he does for sake of Allah and from the Sunnah of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay, so Amal al-Salih is as 2 conditions. Some say 3. You have to forsake of Allah, and it has to be from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. So without these 2 conditions fulfilled, your action is not salih. Okay, if one of them misses, then it won't be accepted. So if you do for sake of Allah, it's not from the Sunnah. What is it? Bid'ah. If you do it from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, but it is not for sake of Allah, then it is shirk. So both has to come into play. And also another condition they put is that kufr bi taghut. You have to disbelieve in taghut, anything worshipped beside Allah Azza wa Jalla. And what is the evidence? What is the evidence for these 2 conditions? It's in the Quran. فَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. Whoever wishes to do that, meet his Lord, let him do righteous action, okay, and not associate it with Allah Azza wa Jal. So here Allah Azza wa Jal said, Amalu Salihat. There's a hadith that Prophet said that Khairun Nas Qala Umruhu wa Hasuna Amalu. The best of the mankind is the one who has long life, Hasuna Amalu, and good deed. Not a lot of good deed, but good deed. That means, you do it for the sake of Allah and for the Prophet. And as he continues, and the worst of the slave is that who has long life, but has bad action. Subhanallah. So Allah Azza wa Jal in this surah, He said, these people are safe. Okay, protected. Those with iman, with knowledge, and then action, righteous action. وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. Tawasa bil-haq. The word tawasa is the actual word is wasa or awsa, to admonish, to advise. So watawasaw, what did Allah mention in that pattern? There's a reason behind that. Okay? Allah said, in Arabic is very vast, and until we understand the Arabic, we won't understand why Allah is talking like this. Allah said, wasbiru wasabiru warabitu. Be patient and wasabiru. Be patient with one another. Your brother might hurt you, might say something by mistake. Be patient with one another. Okay? Wasabiru warabitu. So this pattern of word mean together. Okay? So watawasaw bil haqq, you advise one another. Okay? You advise one another, you give da'wah together to haqq, to Islam. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, and you advise one another with sabr. Okay? Like وَاصْبِرُوا وَصَابِرُوا, which didn't need the salihin. Be patient and be patient with one another. Now sabr, what is sabr? Allah commanding us to be sabr. Allah commanding us to advise one another to be patient. Now patient is habs, means habs, to withhold yourself. Shara'an, we have three types sabr. Okay? Sabr ala ta'atillah, sabr an ma'asiyatillah, sabr ala aqdarillah. Patient upon worship of Allah Azza wa Jal, meaning that you continue to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. Withhold yourself and you continue to worship Allah. Not worship 1 year then leave it, or worship Ramadan then leave it. La, until you die, you be patient upon worship of Allah Azza wa Jal. Sabr ala an ma'asiyatillah. Why is sabr an, not ala? Ala mean upon, an mean keep away. So be patient against the sins of Allah. Yani you don't fall into the sins. An, keep away. Okay? And if you fall into the sin, then that means you're not sabr, you're not patient. Okay? Yes? You make tawbah. So keep away from sins. And keep away from the sins, sign of sabr. And thirdly, sabr ala qadarillah. And there's a definition for that. The ulama says, upon decree of Allah Azza wa Jal. So it means that you might be afflicted with illness, cancer, liver disease, brain tumor, it could be anything. Or you lost a family member. Sabr ala qadarillah, we have to be patient with this aqdar, the qadr of Allah Azza wa Jal. So they say that this definition of sabr ala qadarillah is this: حبس القلب عن التسخط، حبس اللسان عن التشكي، وحبس الجوارح عن لطم الخدود وشق الجيوب. They say that scholars are giving definitions. So they say that patient upon decree of Allah is that you withhold your heart from despair. Okay, you withhold your tongue from complaining. Okay, complaining, what did happen to me? What did Allah took my family member? What complaining? A'udhu billah. And you withhold your body from latmul khudud, hitting your cheek, okay, or face, and ripping your clothes. Why is that? Because in Jahiliyyah they used to do that. When the family member dies, okay, they will do that. They will slap themselves and they will bang on the door, break the door. And a lot of Muslims, they're very weak, they do that. They scream and shout and they get mad, yadu billah. And when someone, Jahiliyyah, when someone dies, and Allah talks about it in the Quran, وَقِيَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. This ayah, they say, bring the raqi. He's dead. What look you're going to benefit? Jahiliyyah, they have to do this thing. So, sabr is three types. These are the three types of sabr. And sabr ala, being patient upon decree of Allah, is just the definition of it. And obviously sabr is, Allah commands us in the Quran, sabr is not mustahab, it's not, it's wajib. Being patient is wajib. Wasbiru, Allah said, wasbir kama sabara ulul azm min ar-rusul. Wasbir, be patient, the way the great messengers were patient. Even though Allah saying to Prophet, it's for all of us, we have to be patient upon anything. So this surah was revealed, Jumhur said, the majority of scholars said, Surah Al-Asr was revealed in Mecca. Ibn Abbas said in Mecca. Okay. Qatada said it's in Medina, it was revealed. But ala kulli hal, this surah is one of the greatest surah that contemplate upon it. You'd be steadfast, you'd be upright. Okay, if you fulfill all this, you're upright. As Imam Shafi says, obviously it's his statement, it makes sense. يوم أنزل الله على خلقه حجة على خلقه إلا هذه السورة لكفتهم. If Allah did not reveal any proofs or evidence upon the slave, that would have been enough. What it means is that enough to be upright. If you have iman, knowledge, okay, you do righteous action, if you give da'wah, okay, call one another to Islam, and you invite one another to be patient, then you're upon the haqq. You're upon steadfast. That's enough for you to guide you. And Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah has mentioned that this surah, Jihadun Nafs. Jihadun Nafs. Jihadun Nafs are 4 levels. Okay? To learn about Iman, Islam, to righteous action, give da'wah, okay, and be patient, okay, upon difficulties, whatever. So, difficulty in your life, being patient upon decree of Allah Azza wa Jal. All that. So this ayah, this surah talks about the Jihadun Nafs, the 4 levels of Jihadun Nafs. Ibn Qayyim mentioned Zadul Ma'ad. طيب يا إخوة. So that's Surah Wal-Asr. So when you read Wal-Asr, I hope you can understand a bit more better now, inshallah. These 4 levels of jihad and living in this country, and that's what we're doing, inshallah. Practice this surah, inshallah. The next surah, Al-Humaza. Allah said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ الَّذِي جَمَعَ مَالًا وَعَدَّدَ يَحْسَبُ أَنَّ مَالَهُ أَخْلَدَ كَلَّا لَيُنبَذَنَّ فِي الْحُطَمَةِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَةُ نَارُ اللَّهِ الْمُوقَدَةُ التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة. Obviously, this surah reveals some say Mecca, some say Medina. اختلف العلماء. What does this surah mean? It means that وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. Woe to the one, for everyone who backbites. The one who gathers the wealth and accounts. He thinks his wealth will make him live forever. No, surely they'll be thrown into the khutama. We'll cover all this, inshallah. What will make you know what is the khutama? It is the fire of Allah will be موقدة يعني will be lit. The fire of Allah will be lit. التي تطلع على الأفئدة, which will reach the heart of the people. إن عليه مؤصدة, surely it shall be clothed over upon them. في عمد ممددة, okay, in extended column. Okay, we'll cover one by one, inshallah. طيب, first of all, Allah said, وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. Wail, okay, the word wail is used in the Quran and in the Hadith. Wail means halaka, adab. Like in the Hadith, Prophet said that, وَيْلٌ لِلْأَعْقَابِ مِنَ النَّارِ. Or to the one, destruction of his ankle. Meaning that Hadith basically, this hadith narrated by 3 companions, Abu Hurairah, Abdul bin Amr bin As, and Aisha. That Abdullah bin Amr bin As radiallahu narrated the hadith. They said we were in journey and our salah is passing away, Asr I think. We start to make wudu. We're making wudu so fast, we see we covered it, okay? And we forgot to wash the ankle. Aqab. So Prophet saw it and there was a dry patch left. So Prophet said, وَيْلٌ لِلْأَعْقَابِ مِنْ نَارِ. Or to the distress of the ankle of the hellfire. Meaning that if you leave your ankle, if you wash it, your wudu won't be accepted, and Allah will punish not only the ankle, Allah will punish the person. Yadu billah. So wail, the hadith says that wail wadi fil jahannam. Wail is a valley in the jahannam, in the hellfire, basically. Some of the ulama said that. So Allah Azza wa Jal saying that destruction, adab, punishment for every backbiter. Now, humadat lumaza, yani, they say ghiba, backbiting. Now, backbiting is one of the major sins. And How do we know it's major sins? Because there's the adhab attached to that. I'll give you two hadith. One hadith, when Prophet went to Jannah and he saw some of the people, what they were doing, they had long nails and they were cutting their face. They cut their face and they come back to again, back to normal again. They cut their face, they come back to normal again. So they're punishing themselves. So Prophet said, why is this happening? And the Malaika says that they were entering the blood of their fellow Muslim, meaning eating the flesh of their brother, meaning backbiting. So that adhab was given to them, shows that this adhab shows that it's a major sin. And there's no khilaf, there's no different opinion on that. Also, backbiting is a major sin. When the Prophet was passing al-Baqi', and he said those two persons are getting punished, one of them is because it was backbiting. Right? So backbiting is a major sin. So Allah Azza wa Jal saying adhab, wail. When the wail is used for backbiting, shows major sin. Wail, adhab, destruction for those who backbite. Humazatil lumaza. Some say humaza is he say on his face, not behind his back, and lumaza is when you say on his face. These are the opinion of the scholars. Okay, so destruction will be upon those who backbite. So it's forbidden to backbite. Those who gather their wealth and they count. Now wealth is fitna. Wealth, those who gather wealth, you can divide them. One wealth that gathers, but it doesn't distract it from worship of Allah, seeking knowledge, practicing his deen. Okay, like we have Sahaba like Abdul bin Auf, Uthman, the rich people. You have among the Sahaba very poor, but their wealth did not distract them. Uthman, he bought Jannah in dunya. Abdul bin Auf radiallahu anhu, he spent money in the cause of Allah. So sometimes you can have a righteous man, very wealthy. Bin Baz was very wealthy, but he spent in the cause of Allah Azza wa Jal. Okay, so Allah gives out certain righteous people a lot of wealth. Okay, so and they remain steadfast though, yes, they remain steadfast. But we can give example of Qarun. Okay, what happened to Qarun? He became disbeliever because of his wealth. Never spent in the cause of Allah. Iyadu billah. He became arrogant. So you have a second type of people can have a lot of wealth, but they become arrogant. And that distract them from worship of Allah. You know, al-hakumut takathur. Mujahid said, takathur means wealth which distracts you. Al-ha means you are distracted by takathur. Takathur is wealth. And wealth does distract people, subhanallah. And, you know, they accumulate wealth. And, so here, gathering wealth, subhanallah, and counting the wealth. And Allah said, يَحْسَبُ أَنَّ مَالَهُ أَخْلَدَ, and he thinks that the wealth will keep him live forever. You know the hadith, we said that, وَتَفَاخُرْ بَيْنَهُمْ وَتَكَاثُرْ فِي أَمْوَالٍ وَأَوْلَادٍ. تَفَاخُرْ بَيْنَكُمْ. Tafakhur is arrogance, pride, haughtiness in yourself because of wealth, and competing with one another in terms of increasing wealth and children. So takathur. And those people who involve themselves in such things, they think they will live forever. Wallahi. They think I'm going to live forever. And they want, you know, Bani Adam, you give them one mountain because they want another mountain. That's what it's the end of it until he dies. Subhanallah. Takathur. So they continues to earn money. It's like never ending. On more. And they feel, I'm going to live for the rest of my life. Subhanallah. You know, يَحْسَبُ أَنَّ مَالَهُ أَخْلَدَ. And he believes that the wealth that he is earning will make him live forever. And he becomes slave of the wealth. Abdul Dinar, Abdul Dirham. You know, Hadith said that such people will be dishonored. They'll be humiliated. Yes, Abdul Dinar, owe to the one who becomes slave of the dinar. Why this slave? Because his goal, his aim is the money. I just want to earn the money and count them. You become slave of that. Your love for the money becomes greater than the love of Allah. So Allah's talking about these people, you know, and you have Muslims like this, because of money, he doesn't pray. Because of money, he doesn't worship Allah. Because of money, he wants to earn, he doesn't seek knowledge. He leaves the deen, yadu billah. Kalla la yumbadhanna fil hutama. So this is what Allah is talking about for certain people. But Allah said never. They will never live forever. Never the money will make them live forever. كلا, never. لا ينبذن في الحطمة. لا ينبذن means they'll be thrown. But Allah saying with nun tawkid, لا ينبذن. Allah could have said لا ينبذ, لا ينبذ. But لا ينبذ في الحطمة, but لا ينبذن. Meaning that definitely he'll be thrown into the hellfire. And in the Quran, Allah used nun tawkid, nun of emphasizing the act. Like I'll give you example, common one I normally use. لَإِنْ أَشْرَكْتَ لَيَحْبَطَنَّ عَمَلُكَ وَلَتَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. If anyone was to associate partner with Allah Azza wa Jal, لَا يَحْبَطَنَّ, definitely his action will be nullified, and definitely he will be among the losers. So we say this in nun tawkid, nun emphasize. لَا يَحْبَطَنَّ وَلَتَكُونَنَّ. Yeah, it's a grammar basically. But if you understand the grammar, you understand what Allah is saying like this. So كَلَّا لَا يُنْبَذَنَّ, definitely will be thrown into the فِي الْحُطَمَةِ. Now حُطَمَة is from the word حَطَمَ or تَحَطَّمَ. حَطَمَ means to perish, to destroy. And the ulama says فِي الْحُطَمَ, حُطَمَ is the name of Jahannam. It's the name of Jahannam. يعني this Jahannam, whoever is thrown into that will be burnt. Severely will be burnt. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَ. What will make you know حُطَمَ? استفهام التحويل or تخويف. Question of تهديد, threat. It's not like different question we covered, isn't it? This is تحويل, meaning to reprimand, okay, to cause fear, to warn, okay, threat. What will make you know what is حطمة? نار الله الموقدة. The fire of Allah will be enlightened in the hellfire. Fire of Allah Azza wa Jal. It is the fire of Allah. التي تطلع على الأفئدة. This fire that will be lit in the hellfire will basically come to you. أفئدة is plural of fuad. Fuad is heart or mind. Why is أفئدة? Why is it the heart? Meaning your heart will be burnt. Meaning that it will reach to that. Because your heart is a place of action. The Shaykh explained that the source of your action is from the heart, your intention. Everything that you do, good or bad, it comes from your intention, isn't it? And intention is one of the powerful things. And in the Hadith, Prophet said that niyatul mu'min khayrun min amali wa ablagh min amali. The intention of a believer is greater than action. A lot of scholars, they make it da'if. Sakhawi makes it hasan because the other Sahaba narrated this hadith. And Bayhaqi says, or other scholars say that it is weak, but meaning is authentic. It is true because everything that you do based on intention, okay? If you intend to do something, but if you don't do it, you get the reward. But if you don't do it, if you do it without intention, you're not going to get no reward. Okay? وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَا نَوَى. He will have whatever intended for. So the reason the fire will reach to the people's heart and things like that, because your source of your action is from the heart, your intention and everything. إن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسد الجسد كله ألا وهي القلب. Indeed, you have a morsel of flesh in your body. If that is good, rest of your body is good. If it's corrupted, rest of your body is corrupted. ألا وهي القلب. It is the heart. طيب. So al-af'ida على الأفئدة التي تطلع. You will reach the heart, the fire, meaning it will be burnt. إنها عليهم مؤصدة. Surely it shall be closed. مؤصدة في عمد ممددة. Basically, the person will be thrown into the hellfire. You'll be closed in every angle, and there'll be no way the person will come out from this hellfire until Allah will. If he's a Muslim, he will come out, but if he's a kafir, he will be closed from every angle, and he will be tortured night and day, and there's no way out for such person to come out. Okay, I think we will leave field for next week. Let's do Riyadh al-Salihin. If there was no Riyadh al-Salihin, I would have continued the next surah. Let's do Riyadh al-Salihin, inshallah. we've taken two surahs.